Okay. Welcome back, everyone. It's so great to see you guys. I'm Christina. We've met in previous groups, but I wanted to remind you that my name is Christina, obviously. Man, that was awkward, but we're just going to leave it. It's fine. So if you guys would like to share how long you guys have been out of your domestic violence relationship, or if you are still currently in your domestic violence relationship, I would also like to reinstate the fact of confidentiality, that we have to be super confidential in this group. Like, nothing can leave, because we do have some special circumstances yet. Some people may still be living with their abusers. We don't want that information getting out to their abusers that they are in this group, because that could cause harm to them. This is a safe environment. Everybody can share what is on their mind. Yeah, it can be just general domestic violence, or what your question was. Yeah, so we would like it to remain a safe space so that we can continue having these meetings and provide help for those. So if you guys would like to go around the room and just give a general background of how long you have been with this person, or how long you've been struggling with the abuse. If you feel comfortable, I mean.
I can go first. Um, I was with him from the end of 2000, no, the middle of 2015 until 2019. I took out a temporary restraining order, and then it took about like 2 more years for him to like fully change his behavior. Um, and then I still interact with him, but like we're okay.
Oh, well, that's good that you guys are okay now. I'm so sorry that you had to go through that, though.
Yeah, it was a really long time.
Yeah, that
I'm
is quite a
still with,
while.
how many years was it again? Like 4, I think.
It was like 5.
4 or 5. I'm
You're
still
still
with
with
them.
Bruce?
Yeah, I don't I don't want to leave because of the kids. I'm scared about it. So,
Yeah. When you do have children, it is harder to leave, but there are some resources if you are willing to accept help, or if you would like to get out of that situation. I can refer you to a couple different programs in the area. Um, there are some good ones. There's a lot that help women with children and help you get out of that situation if you are willing.
I'm just worried that if I do leave and I take the kids, that if, we do have to go to court and whatnot, that he'll have access to them, and I don't want him to have access to them without me being there.
Yeah, that's a valid fear.
Yeah, that is a very valid fear. I know in some cases the judge does rule that the other parent is not a good fit, but I can understand why you are feeling that way, and that's totally valid and okay to feel. We're here to
Hmm.
support you in any way possible.
I'm working on it. I'm trying to do baby steps. So hopefully soon I'll be able to get out.
Yeah, even baby steps are good.
Hmm.
Um, for me, I have been out of my parents' house for about 3 months now. Um, it was my dad, the one that was abusive towards me and my mom, and it feels good to be out of the house.
Good. Yes, that is a good feeling for sure. I'm glad that you are able to escape that situation. Um, how have you guys been doing with your substance use? Are you guys good? Have you been sober for a while? Are you still struggling with it? Have you guys relapsed recently? Like, what's going on with that?
I still smoke my little bit of weed. I haven't really quit it. It's not as much as it was, but it lets me relax more in my situation. So I am still struggling.
Well, I mean, cutting back's good too, especially if you can't fully quit at the moment. That's still okay. At least you're taking steps to cut back.
I
For
haven't
me,
I haven't
oh,
smoked with the kids around though, so a
Good.
step.
Oh, well, that's good. That's very good.
um, I have about a week clean. I got rid of all of my paraphernalia last week. I still am kind of suffering from like withdrawal symptoms, like the anxiety and the irritability and the paranoia. I feel like my dad's out to get me. Like he's just gonna show up one day, even though he doesn't know where I am. It's really difficult to stay clean.
Yeah, I feel that. Like, that's scary, especially when you just left. I mean, 3 months is a good chunk of time, but still, that's doesn't seem long enough, I'm sure. Are there anything you do to help you feel safer in your own house? I mean, I know you said he doesn't know where you live. Is there any like safety measures you take that you could make yourself feel safer?
Yeah, I have a phone list that of women in recovery that I call. Um, and I also have a weighted blanket for like at night. I kind of have like struggle from PTSD where if I hear like a knock on a window or like on the door, like my entire body just fills with fear. So I use the weighted blanket. I listen to calming music.
Good. That's so good. I'm so proud that you got rid of all your paraphernalia too. That's such a good step.
Thank you.
I haven't been using as much, especially because my current partner is a user, um, and I just want to be a good role model for him. And a couple months ago, I used way too much on accident, and I wanted to see him every day because I'm kind of like codependent on him from like the shit that was from like the last relationship, and I was just incredibly embarrassed the whole time that was happening, the whole time it happened afterwards. Um, so I've been trying to cut back, but it's like the only thing that makes me feel like a genuine, like normal person. So I kind of have that belief still.
Yeah. So your new partner also uses, but is he better? It's like obviously you wouldn't be with him if he was using you, right? Like it's a safer relationship, I guess I'm trying to say.
Yeah, he's a lot safer relationship. I have codependency with him, and I know that, and we haven't talked about it yet. Um, but he's a lot safer, and um, yeah, that's good.
Well, and the fact that you're able to realize that you have that codependency is a really great thing, and you're able to self-regulate, it seems. So that's really good. That's really good to hear.
Hmm.
I would like you guys to do an activity with me if you wouldn't mind. Um, if you guys want to put it on a sheet of paper, otherwise we can just do it verbally, but I think that I would prefer if you guys had a piece of paper. And then just let me know when you guys are ready.
All right,
I
I'm ready.
am ready.
And you guys can just number these 1 through 6. So I found this quote. It says, "Violence is a form of communication for a person who fails to find words." And I want you guys to think about, so number 1 is going to be violence happens because, and I would like you to write down your answers um, on the sheet of paper to the question. So when you think about violence and why it happens, why do you think it is, thinking about that same quote?
Can you repeat the quote one more time, please?
Yep. It's violence is a form of communication for a person who fails to find words. Ready for the next one, or still need a couple minutes?
Yeah, I need a second.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay. And then the next one is someone who is violent towards others is trying to. Let me know if I'm going too fast. I can slow down. So then the one after that would be someone who is violent toward himself is trying to.
Someone what? Who is violent towards their self?
Yep.
Okay.
And then someone I have trouble communicating with is.
What was that last one?
Someone I have trouble communicating with is. And then the next one is what I really need is. And then the last one is what I wish people would understand about me. And then if you guys would like to pick which one resonates with you the most, and if you guys wouldn't mind sharing, I would like you to share what made you feel that way, and why you why you answered that way.
I chose number 6. The what was it?
I wish people would understand.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish people would understand that I'm stronger than I appear.
Oh, I like that a lot. And why did you pick that one? Like, was there an experience that?
I think going through everything that I've gone through as a person in my life has made me more tolerable to certain situations. I think that's one of the reasons why I won't leave yet, is because I haven't reached that point where I've like finally had enough, or that I felt strong enough to leave. But everything that has happened to me has led me to where I am, and I feel like I'm able to conquer a lot that I try to set my mind to. So
Good. Yeah, I really like your answer. Thank you for sharing.
mhm.
Would anybody else like to share?
The one that really resonated with me is number 4. Someone who I have trouble communicating with is. Honestly, everyone, my sponsor is a main one, where part of the program is she wants me to message her every day. And it's hard even to make that general conversation and be accountable and actually open up to somebody because I don't think that she'll understand what I'm going through.
Yeah, communication can be tough, especially when you already struggle with communicating or you just don't have the time to be able to text somebody every day or even just have the energy to. So I feel like that's a valid one. I know I struggle in my personal life to text people back or even like call them. So yeah, thank you.
The one that all of them were really emotional for me, but mine is someone I have trouble communicating with is Mark, which is my partner. Um, because I know all of these really healthy relationship skills and like how to react and how to act around someone and how to regulate my emotions. But for some reason, when I'm on the spot and I'm with him, I'm yelling at him all of a sudden. I'm like very reactionary towards him. I don't trust him. Um, and just kind of like all the shit that I learned from the last relationship, I haven't taken time to like genuinely unlearn with him. Um, and and it like doesn't it like gets in the way of me actually communicating with Mark what I genuinely want to tell him and what I want from him. So
Yeah, that's totally understandable. I mean, it takes a lot of self-care and self-understanding to be able to unpack all the baggage that we bring from relationship to relationships. So I think that the way you are describing it, it sounds like you are aware of it and you just need to take time and figure out a way to sit down and have those tough conversations, even though it can be extremely hard. But I think you answered that very well. And I think in time you will be able to open up to your partner and explain what's going on with that. So thank you guys for doing that. I would like you to now rip that paper out, crumple it up, and just toss it because that does not define who you guys are. Your past does not define you. You guys have a bright future, and like nothing can hold you guys back. No matter what your abuser calls you, tells you, does to you, that does not define who you are as a person. It does not define your future, and you guys can overcome that. Um, Speaking of overcoming things, I have some resources to share with you guys. One is the Rainbow House. It's a very great shelter that they take in people who are struggling. We also have AA meetings and all kinds of other meetings that I can give out to you guys. But yeah, I think we made a lot of good progress this meeting, and if nobody else has anything to share, I would like to just open it up for a second. Does anybody have anything else they would like to say or no?
No,
Okay.
not today.
Okay. I look forward to our next meeting. It will be held same place, same time. And if you guys can't make it to that one, we also have one on Wednesday nights. And we also have one Wednesday morning so that it's pretty flexible. Like if you can't find childcare, if you have to work at that time, you guys can come at the later time or the earlier time, whichever one works for you. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you all again. Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. That went really good.
What was the
Oh,
time?
thank
That was
you.
awesome.
21 minutes.
Oh, good. Yay. I'm like
You like,
freezing, right?
yeah, you like get in there and